What's up, guys? It's Matt here with Tanks Lawn Maintenance. It is currently 7:52 a.m. Wednesday morning, July the 2nd, 2025, year of our Lord. I'm leaving the gas station right now. I had to swing by there and get me a bag of ice and a couple of Powerades for the day. Guys, I'm worn out already, man. I ain't even started cutting grass yet, and I'm already worn out. I did a lot this morning. Woke up an hour earlier than I normally do to get some stuff done that I couldn't do yesterday because I fell asleep. I did put out a video last night, and it was a long video, man. I think it was like a 50-minute video or something like that. Really just me talking and rambling. But I want to say all this, guys. There's going to be times in business. You're going to have good times, and you're going to have bad times, and then you're going to have normal times, you know. Your normal times is what I consider where you go to work every day, get the job done, maybe do a couple of quotes, all your payments come in on time, everything is good. You might have one breakdown that you have to do. You come home, take care of it. It ain't, it's simple, nothing to it. And then on Friday or either Saturday, at the end of the week, you get everything fueled up and do all your maintenance. Those are what I consider normal times. Your good times are what I consider, you get everything done on time or early. Get everything done early. All your bills are paid up, all your invoices are paid up. Nobody owes you any money. You don't have any outstanding invoices or anything like that. You don't have any maintenance to do. Everything is good to go. You may have to sharpen blades, and that's it. And you're picking up work left and right. Your bad times are when you're losing out on jobs. You're not picking up jobs like you hoped you would. Hopefully you're not depending on those jobs that you're bidding on. Hopefully you didn't go out and rack up some debt thinking that you're going to land a job when it wasn't set in stone yet. I know people that have done that. And you got stuff tearing up left and right. You got all kinds of maintenance you got to do. You got, this part is a good thing, but you've got more quotes than what you have time to do, and you have to hurt people's feelings, and then people threaten to give you bad reviews because you told them you was going to try to get by there, and then you run out of daylight, so you have to reschedule for the next day. Either do it first thing in the morning, or if it makes more sense, do it at the end of your route. Some people just don't understand that. But those are what I consider bad times, man. And you can't catch up on sleep because you've just got so much stuff to do. I'm not necessarily gonna say I'm in bad times right now. Business is good. I've got more work than I can almost handle right now. I can pick up a few more properties. Just a handful is all I've got room for before I start having to work every Friday. And it's looking like I'm fixing to start having to do a commercial property every Friday morning, and let that be the only property that I do on Friday mornings. But because I really want this property, and the only time I have room to do it is Friday. But it is what it is. And I'm a solo operator. I don't have no help. I am the help. Stuff's tearing up left and right. I'm tired to the point where if I sit down, I pass out, and have to set reminders on my phone to remember to go do something, or to get up and fix something, or to get something, or to maintenance something like that. And it's one of those things, where it's not necessarily, I'm not going to consider it bad times. It's not bad times because it is good times. You can't help maintenance, you can't help breakdowns. That stuff's going to happen. But I am having to send out reminders to people for invoices. Some of my some of my older customers that are still on paper service that are most likely going to be dropped at the end of the year, so I can make room for better customers. And not that they're terrible customers, I just don't like having to chase down money, if you understand what I'm saying. But that, and I had to wake up, this is twice in the past 3 weeks that I've had to wake up an hour or two earlier than what I had planned on doing to fix some stuff and maintenance some stuff, because I fell asleep the day before. And so yeah, woke up at 5 o'clock this morning. I had to sharpen a set of blades for the 36 because I didn't have any sharpened. That was my fault. I should have sharpened everything this weekend. And but I had a lot going on this weekend. But still, it's no excuse. It's my fault. And I had to do that. I had to weld the handle back onto my chute blocker on the 61 first thing this morning. Of course, I had to change out an edger blade. That's something I had to do every morning or every other morning. Fueled everything up, loaded the trailer up. And once I got everything loaded up, I checked the tire pressure in my driver's side tire. Sure enough, it was low. It was about 10 pounds lower than what it was yesterday. So I decided to go ahead and nip it in the bud and take the tire off and check it. Sure enough, it had a roofing nail in there, and pulled it out and plugged it. Now I'm down to one plug, and I did all that just so I could have enough time to swing by the gas. I woke up an hour early to do all that while I was sending out reminds first thing this morning while I was drinking my coffee and checking my bank account, and just to have enough time to swing by the store and get some ice and grab my 2 Powerades that I need for today and tomorrow, and get to my first property to get started at a normal time. And I actually should have left about 10 minutes earlier, or well, at least 5 minutes earlier. I like to be on my first property at 8, but here it is 8 o'clock right now, and I'm just now pulling into the neighborhood, and those 2 properties are about halfway down the neighborhood. But yeah, I say all that to say this, man. You're going to be tired as hell. You're not going to have time to hardly do anything. There's going to be, the more you do, the more you pick up and the more successful you become, you have to make sacrifices. And you're going to sacrifice sleep, and you're going to sacrifice a little bit of time spent with your loved ones. And that's a trade-off. You've got to do that. If you want to be successful in any business, not just lawn care, but any business, you've got to make some sacrifices. But if you keep doing what it is that you have set out to do, you work diligently at it, and you continue to put God first in everything you do, and you send up a prayer every chance you get, God sees all that. He hears you. He hears your prayers, and He recognizes what you're doing. And you will be rewarded for that. It may not be right away. It may not be this year. It may not be next year. It might be 5 to 10 years down the road. But sooner or later, you will be rewarded for it. And everybody's idea of success is different, in my opinion, I'm already successful. I'm living the American dream. I'm not punching a time clock. I have no boss. The only boss I have is the people that are paying me day in and day out. And truthfully, they're technically not my boss. If I don't want to do something, I can just tell them no, I'm not doing it, and rattle up whatever kind of excuse I want to give, or just tell them the truth, like I do. And I don't have no boss. I make my own schedule. I make my own paycheck. I've got plenty of time off in the winter and fall and early wee hours of the spring to hunt, fish, play golf, spend time with my wife and kids, do whatever it is I want to do. And that's more than the average man can say. So, all of my bills are paid. I'm putting some money up every week, and I'm making more right now than I ever have in my entire life. And that is my idea of success for me. Would I like to become a millionaire one day? Sure I would. Who wouldn't? But does it take $1 million for a man like me to be happy? Or to feel like I'm winning in life, or to be successful? Does it take for me to have a crew of 3 or 4 guys, or 7 or 8 trucks on the road, and $500,000 worth of equipment sitting in a $2 million shop? Nah, it don't take all that. Not for me. Would it be cool to have all that? Sure it would. But I'm happy and I'm content with what I've got. Now, when I say content, that doesn't mean I'm not trying to grow or trying to be more efficient or better myself or do more than I did the last year. It doesn't mean that at all. I don't ever want to put a cap on my business. And I've said it 1,000,000 times, the sky is the limit. But in my journey of becoming a so-called millionaire, there's a lot of stress and heartache on the way, man. And I'm super tired. And I can't tell you the last time I had a good night's rest. And there's not a day that goes by that I don't have some sort of stress that I'm dealing with. And but that's what it takes sometimes, man. And am I happy? Man, I'm ecstatic. I couldn't be happier. Is Mama Tank happy? I hope she is. She tells me she is. My kids have everything they want and need. Mama Tank has everything she wants and need. I have everything I want and need. So yeah, I think that's a good life. And but I'm getting on a rabbit trail here. But like I said, man, if you stay diligent in what you're doing, in whatever situation the Lord has placed you in, you keep sending up your prayers, and you keep praying for better times to come, and you keep working hard and doing right by people, and keep your hands to the plow, He notices all that, man, and He will bless you. Sooner or later, your blessing is coming. And if I'm being 100% honest, some of us, our blessing is not on this earth, it's in heaven. But that's fine by me. That's a pretty good reward. It's better than the other option. And but just keep at it, man. Especially you guys that that have been doing this for a couple of months or a year or so or whatever, and you just feel like you'll never achieve that goal of going full time or getting that piece of equipment you want or making that certain dollar amount every week to be able to do what it is that you need to do. I feel your pain, man. I really do. I know exactly what you're going through. But I'm here to tell you, man, good times are coming your way as long as you keep after it, man. Don't give up. Keep striving for success, and you will reach it. And I have to keep telling myself that every day. I wake up every morning tired, worn out, and I ask myself, man, why on earth do I do this? And then when I'm sitting there drinking my coffee, looking over all my invoices, checking out my bank account, doing all my clerical stuff, I'm reminded of why I'm doing this, man. I'm not in a rush in the mornings. I can work as late as I want to. I don't have to go to work if I don't want to. It's wise to go to work, but truthfully, I don't have to. I'm not going to lose my job or anything like that. And I don't have to worry about somebody breathing down my neck, making sure I'm doing what they tell me to do. I'm doing this because I love doing what I do, and I'm living the American dream, and I have to remind myself of that every single morning when I wake up. It's a whole lot better than the last job I had, waking up at 2 o'clock in the morning, going in and putting in a 16-hour day, and then getting home at dark. It beats the hell out of that. So guys, keep your heads up, keep your hands to the plow, and keep pushing, man. It gets better. I promise it does. And I told myself that this morning. Keep pushing, Tank. It's going to get better. But look, man, I'm going to hop off here so I can get this day started. I hope y'all have an amazing day. Hope y'all finish out the rest of this week strong. And all you new guys, man, keep grinding. But I'll cut y'all back on the next video. And until then, y'all keep cutting that grass and keep making that money. Holler at y'all. Bye.